Welcome to another episode of Sports Bets, but mostly chaos. I'm Craig.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Benny.
I'm Jason.
And we are right in the thick of the NFL draft. The Jaguars are officially on the clock. And just to give everyone a little bit of idea, this show is going to be our first ever completely unscripted show. It's like anything really goes. We might be jumping here, we might be jumping there. It might go all over the place. Basically, what you need to know is this thing is going to probably go off the rails at some point. So, but anyways, I just want to know, especially with the Cohooney 5, but it's going to be like Cohooney 5 like the entire way because it's just going to go nuts. So, but boys, I just want to know, how are you guys feeling? Jason, I'm sure the Mac Jones, that is just ringing in your head right now. What could go happen? John, I know the Cowboys have the 10th pick of the draft. I know you're probably excited to see the Cowboys get another guy that's just going to help improve them to a nice, 8-9 record this year. All that good stuff.
8-1. Don't have a tie.
Okay, yeah. They'll probably tie the Vikings this year. That's probably what we're expecting. So, but yeah, so the Jaguars on the clock here, but it's be interesting to see how much they really drag this thing out. But I think we're all on the same page. I think we're pretty sure we're going to be hearing Trevor Lawrence's name first.
That would be like the shock of the last 10 years, probably, if it's not Trevor Lawrence. So the fact that they're dragging it out right now. So
they always drag it out, just like a calamari pick, and then also just like Goff that one year. It's always dragged out. It's annoying.
Was Joe Burrows dragged out too last year?
Yeah, but there was also a question of will they actually take him? There was like a 10% chance that they wouldn't.
I thought it was pretty guaranteed that he was going to get drafted number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jason.
Yeah.
You have your coffin ready?
I don't think they're taking Mac Jones. I think it's Fields or Trey Lance. I don't think it's Mac Jones.
We're just preparing.
I don't think there's any chance they take Fields anymore. I think it's Jones. I think it's 80% Jones, 20% Trey.
If you follow, today is one of the days you have Twitter because it was all over the place. You have the 49ers owner tweeting, subtweeting, just having a lot of fun.
Say something about it. I'm gonna go run for a mile. How long should I go? 1 mile,
right?
16, 1 mile. I mean, which one do you want me to do?
They have to know that the fan base does not want Mac Jones. And if you're having this much fun messing with your fans like that, and then you're going to draft Mac Jones, dude, you're going to have a lot of heat coming back at you, man. I just don't see it.
It's just like Vince McMahon of the WWE's.
Right.
They just love to troll the fans.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I think initially when they made the trade a month ago, I thought Justin Fields. So I'm going to stick with Justin Fields. I mean, the backup is Trey Lance, but we'll see how it goes.
Justin Fields is, you can sit him behind Jimmy G, but I would rather have them sit Trey Lance behind Jimmy G. I feel like Fields could start for a team right now.
If they do take Kyle Pitts,
they're going to
trade him to Green. They're going to trade him to Green Bay for Aaron Rodgers.
So what are they going to do? They're going to trade Kyle Pitts. Why?
Jimmy G.
So why would? Well, I mean, you saw the trade that they did earlier, right? The first round pick was involved,
right?
And they said no. So I mean, if the first round pick was involved, they said no. When that first round pick could have been Kyle Pitts, doesn't make any sense.
That's assuming that an offer was actually made. That's all reporting. So I mean, if they go, hey, number 3, Jimmy G, and a second round pick, maybe.
Yeah. Plus, the whole Aaron Rodgers news just dropping like on draft
today.
Man, it just adds a whole another thing to this entire.
It's so funny.
He did it on a completely year after that they drafted Jordan Love. It was like a complete FU to the franchise.
Yeah.
I saw this. I actually saw this tweet earlier. That's actually pretty funny too. It said something about why should we be surprised? The Packers, they go and they flirt every year, and then they gave their number to someone, and they're like, quote, Jordan Love, and now the wife found out about it. So obviously he's not gonna be too happy about it. So Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. I know there's plenty of rumors that are going around. Somehow the Broncos are flying. Somehow the Broncos are being flown in there. There's this all talk about how he wants to go to the West Coast. Somehow the Raiders are in the mix on it. I don't know. It's nuts.
There was pro football talk came out today and said that Aaron Rodgers' 3 teams in no particular order are 49ers, Broncos, and Raiders. Those are his 3 teams that he wants to go to. Just like Russell Wilson had his 3-4 teams. Nothing came of it. I can see the same thing here with Aaron Rodgers. But at the same time, it is getting to the point with that where Aaron Rodgers is going to make him choose me or Jordan Love, and they'll see which one they choose.
Why'd you waste a first-round pick on Jordan Love if you're not going to play him within the next year or two?
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers is 37.
That's the thing is Aaron Rodgers is up there in age. It's
he's 37.
Yeah, but he's coming off an MVP year. Like, when's the last time you won the MVP? He got traded before week 1. Like that doesn't happen, especially not in football.
Aaron Rodgers to the Niners this year.
What?
Oh no!
I don't think so, Tim.
The pick is in.
Oh man, the pick is in.
He's looking to make his way up.
And just for the fans to know, that's what Ben's here for, because he doesn't know football.
It's okay, John. I mean, you only know a little bit more, so it's all right.
More than him.
Oh boy.
Oh, here we go.
It is.
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence.
Oh my God!
Oh!
Trevor
Who
Lawrence,
would've guessed?
number 1 to Jacksonville
I
Jaguars.
thought it was gonna be Lawrence Trevor. Damn.
No.
So close.
The her.
All right,
Well,
so
I'm pretty sure everyone's 1 for 1 right now.
yeah, I don't think that's any surprise to anything.
Did you guys see the bets going today on what was the odds of Trevor Lawrence going first overall?
Oh yeah, it was. I know what it is.
It was-
so I won't say anything.
It was minus 10,000.
That's what I was going to
Talking
mean,
about if you had $10,000,
If you got the money.
the easiest $100 in your life.
I mean, you might as well bet it. If you got the money, go for it.
All right, and now we got the Jets on the board. Zach Wilson's gonna go. It's 99.9% sure.
Yeah, it should be.
And
It's gonna be
once this is over, hopefully the Jets don't drag this out as well. But once this is over, the fun finally begins.
Maybe it's fun. I don't know if it's going to be fun.
Well, it's kind of funny. People were saying like it's not until the 4th pick because everyone's so sure it's Mac Jones. But of course, after all the talking heads today,
I don't think it's. I personally don't think it's named Mac Jones. I think
it's one big spokesperson.
It's probably going to be between Lance and Fields. That'd be my guess, but I would probably lean towards Trey Lance.
Tell you right now, if Trey Lance does get taken, I could see the Broncos going, okay, Green Bay, what do you want for Rodgers? Because I know that Denver really likes Trey Lance. Like I think Lance is their second on the board behind Lawrence. Yeah. I'm also really curious, what's the Falcons going to do? Falcons going to trade out? If the Niners do take Mac Jones, do Falcons take Kyle Pitts or do they take Justin Fields?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
We'll find out in about a half hour. I think.
Oh, I know, right?
I'm sure Ben has an idea of what they're going to do.
Which team are we talking about? I'm just happy to be here.
What sport are we talking about again?
Yeah.
Too good.
Oh, man.
So for those who don't know, Benny wearing a Rams hat.
But
Tell us, Ben,
Jared Goff.
why do you wear a Rams hat?
Just because of Jared Goff. But now this is pretty irrelevant for the time being.
That's an antique.
It is. I'm going to shelf
Can't do it.
right up with Jason and save that for later. And then I guess I'll have to get a Lions hat now.
So who do you think the Lions are going to take?
They don't need anyone. They're solid. They got
Not even
Jared
close.
Goff.
They got Jared Goff. They got Jared Goff.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's actually the Lions' plan, guys. Jared Goff is going to be playing all 11 of offensive positions
Yes.
for 2021.
I'll play with 10.
And somehow they're going to go 10-7.
He can't even play quarterback.
That is my hot pick. All right, 10-7, the Detroit Lions this year.
Wow,
Making it.
Maybe you should just stick to what you know, man, which isn't a whole lot.
I'm feeling it.
Who will have a better win percentage by the end of the year? The Ducks or the Lions?
Probably the Lions.
Okay.
That's my
right.
projection. When you said percentage, like you gotta.
Well, you can't say who's gonna have the most wins.
No, of course.
The Ducks.
Yeah.
Ducks still won't.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
No, you're
Man,
right.
I'm looking at the draft selection though. I mean, do you think let's turn the page back to our fearless leader here of Craig. Where do you think your Vikings are going to go this year?
Which team?
yeah, which team?
Yeah, no.
I mean,
We'll start off.
We got tons to choose from. Not 5,
He's
not
got-
6,
he's got
not
4.
7.
You got 5 now? I thought you had 4.
First of all, I have no idea what they're going to do. My hope, based on what I've seen from them last year, is I hope they do something defensively, because I think they had a slam dunk pick with getting Double J Justin Jefferson last year. Obviously, he stepped right in and took over for Stephon Diggs, and he was excellent. Great first-round pick for the Vikings.
Never should have fell to you guys.
He never should have, but he did,
Oh.
and it worked out good. So, and the Vikings had a pretty good defense the year before. Their defense was nowhere near as good last year. So I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know the exact position they should be drafting in, but they're going to need some help. They need to make some moves on defense to tighten it up, because offensively they were putting up points last year. Just their defense was giving up all the points too. So I couldn't tell you for sure statistically, but I know they had a lot of back and forth scoring games, and they didn't have a good year last year with their record, and it's just because they get way too many points. So I think that's definitely something they got to focus on, is definitely defensively. So I think a defensive player is probably going to be drafted in their first overall pick this year.
Okay. And then on to your next team.
What, the Bills?
Yeah, we'll go to the Bills.
That's a good one.
That's towards the end of the draft too, so it should be really interesting.
Yeah,
To see what's left of the first round.
I'm not sure.
kinda
I think I would lean towards maybe the same way, unless maybe I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I mean, Stephon Diggs was really good for them. Who's the other guy? I can't think of his name right now. Who's on the Cowboys?
Beasley.
Cole Beasley was solid. He's been solid too. The tight end Knox, I believe, he was good too. I mean, they have good offensive.
Yeah, you have John Brown, but he just couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah, they have good offensive pieces too. So I mean, I'm not as sure about this one. I think I'd lean more defensively for them as well.
I feel like defense should be number 1, but at the same time, it's towards the end of the first round, and I don't think Devin Singletary is the future at running back. So Najee Harris, maybe it might be a reach though, but the guy at running back Alabama, maybe get him. But
Potentially, yeah. And if you're gonna keep going down the line, if you're just gonna keep going to other teams here, I think they all should try to draft defensively. You want to talk about the Raiders? It's obviously defensively. Offensively, they're they're not like spectacular.
No, Raiders need to draft a miracle.
But defensively, again, defensively, defense has been the Raiders' problem for 20 years. So obviously
it hasn't been quarterback.
I don't think Derek Carr is that bad of a quarterback. He's not like
the second pick is in for the New York.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Zach Wilson.
Oh my God, we all knew it was coming.
That would have been my pick all the way.
2, 4,
definitely.
2, 4, 2.
Now
Oh,
the
really?
chaos begins.
I want winners.
I want winners.
The QB out of BYU, pretty solid, 6'2" and 1/8 of an inch. I mean, it's solid all the way around.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason's heartbeat is pumping through his chest. You could cut the tension with a knife.
I'm gonna say that it's really important that we keep AA batteries ready for his pacemaker on this one.
Nice.
Anybody but Mac. anybody.
Anybody but Matt. I can smell a Chipotle burrito.
Ooh. Mac and cheese? Are we talking about mac and cheese?
Don't mess with me. I haven't had dinner, man. I'm hungry.
Oh.
Yeah, Ben's over here.
You are one pathetic loser.
That's gonna be you, Jay, after this pick.
So how's the arm, Craig?
It's all right.
All right. No numbness yet.
No,
Our
I've been
boy
moving.
got-
I've been moving it around. I'm moving around.
Our boy got his first shot vaccine.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go, baby. Where's the applause button? It's in there somewhere.
He pushed an elderly woman out of the way.
Yep.
No, it was good. It's real smooth. So I'll go back for the second one. It's the Moderna too. I got the Moderna.
Nice.
I was curious about that. We should have took. I should have asked all you guys what 3 you guys all thought it was. But yeah.
He might need to take off the day after that, after a second.
So I did it on a Friday.
So actually no, my next one's a Thursday because it's exactly a month. But one thing to keep in mind is that they do tell you that usually you start showing like actual like side effects like 24 hours after.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
that would mean if you're doing 24 hours, it's 3:30 on a Friday. So I don't need to take it on Friday. I can take it on Thursday. It'd be fine.
You'll start feeling it at the end of your
and it's not even a guarantee. For all I know, I could get it really bad. For all I know, all I'm gonna have is a sore arm. So we don't know for sure anything.
So what you're saying is make sure you don't drive to work that day. Gotcha. What? We don't want him to get symptoms on the way home from work.
Run that guy. I think you're overthinking this whole thing like way too much.
Nope.
Oh boy.
I mean,
I don't looking out for a friend.
I only see here. I'm looking at the best available for the 49ers, and
it says
3.
Mac Jones.
It says Kyle Pitts, Devonta Smith, and Jamar Chase. So let's see if one of these 3 is going to be the winner. Now, out of those 3, which one do you want, Jason?
It's going to be none of those because I take a quarterback.
No.
Well, no, but he's saying out of those
Niners
3, who would you want?
The Niners have already said they're getting a quarterback. They're not going to take Kyle Pitts. They've already came out and said they are drafting.
I'd rather them take Kyle Pitts over Mac Jones.
Okay.
Oh.
Could you imagine? That was a new one.
Shout out Marcellus Wiley. No, that was on there last week. I got 3 of them. That his reaction to the Blake Griffin trade when he got traded from the Clippers was gold, dude. You need to.
Could you imagine though if the 49ers traded 2 first-round picks for a tight end? That would be hilarious.
Well, if they take Kyle Pitts, like I said, I think they're trading him to Green Bay for Rodgers, but I don't think so, Tim. That's a long shot. Where's the Niners clock, man?
I'm currently looking through all my drops here just to see like all the ones I could depress when Mac Jones gets drafted. You know, just like because there's like so many good options. I'm not even
looking at Cohooney. Don't even look at your phone. No phones. I want this live.
It is live.
We're gonna take your bets, viewers. Will Jason walk off the program if Mac Jones gets called at number 3 for the 49ers?
Well, some of the viewers are pretty smart. A lot of our viewers that watch, and they understand also Jason's health. So when you say walk off, I think you mean to say roll away.
No, Ben. You'll just have to go get his walker.
Oh, I fell down.
You got life alert. Just take care of it.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
They have 2:55 left on their clock for the San Francisco 49ers.
They're milking the shit out of this.
Oh my god,
Jason, I can see sweat coming off of you from here.
I think I am sweating a little bit, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
There has never been more of a
he's losing the rest of his life
for a Chipotle burrito than right now.
This is scary. But we live for the drama.
We do. This is going to be
and the chaos.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't have any ill feelings towards the Niners, but man, just for the content of this show, I almost hope that they draft Mac Jones.
That's
It's
what
because it's not going to be as good. It's not going to be as funny if they don't take him. Like
that's what Twitter
So-
was today. Just for content, people want him to draft Mac Jones.
They are really milking this. We are down to
even
155.
though I'm on the side that I don't think they're going to draft Mac Jones.
Nick Bosa.
Osa.
They redrafted him. That's what they did with their first pick. They went and drafted a
2019.
player that they already have. That'd be glorious.
So with the Cowboys, let's shift over here. Now with the Cowboys, if they draft someone that maybe you, John, don't feel that they actually need, are you going to be like, nah, whatever? Or are you going to be pretty upset? Just feel like it's a complete waste?
No, I mean, it matters what they do. If they go and draft Trey Lance, what are you doing? You know, like, but if they go draft a wide receiver, then okay.
It's going to be another about 45 seconds before they get it in.
Oh,
The
man.
Cowboys, if Kyle Pitts somehow drops all the way to 10, Jerry
Not
Jones will
happening.
not be able to help himself. He will
Not
draft
happening.
Kyle Pitts. But
Okay.
yes, once again, Kyle Pitts will not drop there. So the Cowboys are going to be taking. They don't need a linebacker. They have a couple of really good linebackers, so they're not going to take Chastain. They're going to take one of the top two corners. I think they'll take Chastain.
Certain. Yeah.
Chastain, the second.
Well, between you
Second.
and the Falcons,
Patrick Surtain. There we go.
I mean, do you
Yeah.
think the Lions would maybe take a snag at him?
So I have the Falcons taking Kyle Pitts at 4.
Okay.
But at the same time, the Falcons could shock the world and take Justin Fields and have him sit behind Matt Ryan. And if that happens, I could see I could
The pick in?
see.
Yeah. And he's taking his time.
Yeah, he is slow walking this one. Oh boy.
Somebody hold me.
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Trey Lance.
Yes, sir.
Whoa! Oh, I don't know why I had to boo. I went to applause that. My bad. I was just so ready for them to not.
So
Right there.
your burrito secure?
Burrito secure.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Burrito secure.
Money.
Jason, how do you feel?
I feel really good as not Mac Jones. I'm not hating on Mac Jones. I'm hating that they traded up potentially for Mac Jones when they could have had him. Watch how far Mac Jones will slip now, probably to like.
He'll slip.
But
There's
here's the question. Here's the question: were they going to get Trey Lance if they stayed where they were at?
No.
No.
At 12? No.
So this is probably the good move then.
This is a very good move.
Obviously, they wanted Trey Lance. I would say that when they made the move, here's a good question. Do you think when the Niners made that move, do you think that was they already knew in their minds that they were taking Trey Lance?
That's a trick question. I think they had idea, but they wanted to take the time to confirm it
Yeah.
with the research and everything.
Because I think even Kyle Shanahan even said like they had multiple guys that they could have picked, they had multiple guys they liked.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I think it was well known that they knew Lawrence, they knew Wilson was going to be off the board. So it was pretty much
Right.
Lance Jones and Fields.
Right.
So
Yeah, I
But
think they had an idea. Ooh, dodged the bullet.
the sigh of relief.
Mac Jones, there's a chance he can drop all the way to 15 to the Patriots now. The Patriots won't have to trade up.
Right. Or he can even
What
go
other-
further than that. He can go maybe.
No,
in the 20s.
I could. Well, yes, but I think the Patriots take a quarterback.
I'm sorry. Who do you think is going to drop all the way to 15 now?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. I see. If he is still there, I will make a bold
The
prediction that my
Patriots-
Lions will take him.
No.
Sorry, did you just say
Your
my
Lions?
Lions?
You gotta roll with it. Gotta roll with it.
Just get out, man.
Thought maybe I could get that one through the editing.
Run
but
that
I guess
guy.
not.
All right.
Can't do
well, Trey Lance is off the boards. Let the fun begin. The Falcons are up. Will they trade back, or will they stay put?
Nah,
and
they're
grab
gonna
Kyle
take
Pitts?
They're gonna take Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
Lock of the
Stay
week.
put and got Kyle Pitts. Pitts, yeah. Well, you saw how they did when they had Austin Hooper 2 years ago, how well they were doing. And then they got rid of Hooper and he went to Cleveland. They did not have a good tight end at all last year. They struggled. So now the Falcons get another Tony Gonzalez type of player. Hey, I like it.
It must have been pretty brutal to be a Falcons fan over the past handful of years.
It could be worse. You could be a Cowboys fan. I mean, whatever.
Ooh.
I don't know. I feel like the only person here that knows what it feels like to be a Falcons fan is Jason. Because what the Falcons did, so did the Niners. Just not as bad. That's nothing like blowing a 2-score lead in the playoffs with only 10 minutes to go. Sorry, not playoffs. Super Bowl.
Yeah, John thinks that the Super Bowl and the playoffs are pretty much the same thing because they're pretty much unreachable for the Cowboys. So I don't know.
Dead.
Yeah, they haven't reached it since '96.
Wow. Do you know how old I was in '96?
3.
This many.
You're actually 2 because the Super Bowl was before your birthday.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Daddy,
That
chill.
was 4. That was 3, actually. All right, so, well, there goes my bold predictions.
Shocker.
Screw you too.
4-12
All right, so
last year. Ooh.
I'm 2-3 right now. So looking
I
at it,
want winners.
I have Kyle Pitts going to the Falcons, and then I got the Bengals taking Penei Sewell. So I feel pretty confident that I can be 4 and 5 after the top 5.
Who do you have for the Lions? Who do you think?
The Lions, that was the toughest one in the top 10, but I have Micah Parsons. I could see the Lions going for a linebacker. He's easily the best linebacker in the draft.
Okay. And then someone else that was catching my eye was the Broncos. Like, given the Flacco failure.
So I had the Broncos taking Trey Lance. So that one I've already lost that one, obviously.
Okay, well, who else has some better educated guesses here than the Cowboys fan for the Broncos? Anyone?
For the Broncos?
Roasted.
Yeah.
Broncos could trade back
9.
probably now.
I think they could trade back, sure.
Yeah. I mean, they want a quarterback, and they they could trade up and take Fields for all you know.
Okay.
If maybe because I feel like the Patriots. I see in my top 10, I have the Patriots trading with Carolina and taking Fields at 8 to jump Denver. So now, maybe the Patriots don't jump because they like Mac Jones. Carolina doesn't take Fields. Maybe Fields drops all the way to 9 to Denver. Denver takes him. But I would be really shocked if Denver doesn't get one of the 5 quarterbacks.
Okay. Yeah, I think they need a quarterback for sure. They need a better opportunity there.
So they have Drew Lock and they just traded for Teddy Bridgewater. But neither of those two are long-term.
I don't understand why Drew Lock has ever been assumed to be that good.
He's got the
best thing Drew Lock ever did was when he was on the sideline bumping to that song against the Raiders. That's the best thing Drew Lock's ever done. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
No, you're not wrong.
So Drew Lock's got the look. He's
but you might be
tall. He's got a long.
No, you're right.
He's tall. He has a strong
Ben?
arm.
Ben, you get one of those.
Boom. I'll take it to the bank.
This isn't Jeopardy. What are we doing?
It wouldn't be because if it was, you'd be freaking losing right now.
You'd be in a negative 8. Pick is in right now for the Falcons. So give it about 45 seconds or so for the next read-off.
A quick question for you guys. Now that this Trey Lance for the Niners, is Jimmy G getting moved before the season starts?
Before the season starts? No.
Yeah.
I'm hitting
it.
Oh, okay.
Trey Lance isn't ready.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Ben. That was not a question. So you are out.
No.
Here we go.
Well, I mean, it was.
It's got to be Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
Not a surprise.
The week. You heard it here first, folks.
No drama.
I know we need some trades. We need some.
Yeah, we need some
Yeah.
action.
Will there be any trades in the top 10 that
No.
haven't happened yet?
I'll say no.
You don't think so?
I just feel like
Patriots
there's always a lot of hype. Like even last year, wasn't there a bunch of hype that there was going to be a trade with top 10, and then nothing happened?
I can see Detroit moving back.
Yeah,
because Detroit sucks.
I'm gonna say this: I won't be surprised if something happens, but I'm gonna lean towards the no. I'm gonna lean towards the no because I feel like there's always all this hype that something's gonna happen,
right?
And then nothing ends up happening. So
there wasn't a single trade last year until the Niners, till the Buccaneers moved up one spot with the Niners to take Wirfs. And that was like just moving up one spot. So like the biggest trade last year in the first round was the Packers trading back in to the first round to take Jordan Love. And that trade is that trade that the Packers made last year is leading to Aaron Rodgers possibly being on the outs. Yeah. Pretty crazy.
It's bold strategy, God.
It's not panning out for all I know. I'm really curious now that Trey Lance is off the board, what's going to happen to Fields and Jones, and also what's going to happen with the two top corners. I really am curious if they're going to go earlier or not.
Dallas is going to go defense, right?
Yeah, Dallas wants one of the two corners. I prefer Surtain, but it's like Horn, CJ Horn, RJ Horn. Really good. Evidently, he's the more flashy of the two, so he's the pick the Cowboys would more, because they're all flash and dazzle.
Who has the next pick?
That's what she said.
Between us.
The Bengals. Oh
no, between us.
Between
Ben.
Ben does.
Not one of Craig's 5 teams.
No, I slid right in between it all.
Okay.
No, because who's Craig's 5th team? I'm trying to think. I only know 4.
I don't know. I'm just
Cardinals.
guessing.
I mean, you could probably name any of them.
Cardinals.
You can name any of them, and you probably
Raiders, Bills,
right.
Vikings.
Anybody but the Niners.
Who's your 4th?
That's not true. That's not necessarily true.
I'm trying to think of what kind of hat he has that he always wears.
I'm gonna say the next team that he would pick is the Dolphins because of Fitzgerald.
I have a beanie for every team, dude. I collected them all.
What a loser!
I know. Playing Pokemon over here.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
That's
you're
okay.
Like 7.
Okay, Jason.
That ain't
That's
cool. Yeah.
Dude, the Falcons are loaded.
Oh yeah.
Do you think Matt Ryan's going to stick around, or do you think maybe they'll try to deal him out?
No.
That guy.
Matt Ryan has like another 2 years, at least. I mean, he didn't have that awful of a year last year. It's just their defense is.
Here's the question.
Crap.
I said the Bengals are next, right?
Yeah.
So do they get somebody to protect Joe Burrow, or do they give somebody to throw to?
So I want them to take Penei Sewell. Because what happened to Joe Burrow last year? He was running for his life. Yeah, he was running for his life, but he tears ACL. But at the same time, AJ Green's done, and all they have is Boyd and Ross to throw to. So I would not be shocked if they go and take Jamar Chase or Waddle or Devontae Smith. This is where the draft gets. Who's everyone going to take? Want them to take I want them to take Penei Sewell, but who knows?
Nobody knows.
Yeah, what the hell is Ben looking at?
I'm looking up at the TV.
You were looking at your phone. Get the hell out of here. He's
I'm
like,
looking at
okay,
Katie's phone.
I need to look at all the names.
No, I'm on Amazon real quick. I'm trying to find another TV.
Oh, brother.
I got a TV.
Well, you're not telling me the specs.
Well, I'm doing this.
Nope. No.
I don't think so, Tim.
You know where I live.
I need to know if it's 1080p. That's all I need to know, really.
I don't need to know anything.
This would be fun to do if it ever came to Levi's.
Oh yeah, this would be a great experience to go to a draft live, like just to experience one. That'd be really cool. Because like you've been around for what 70 years. Have you ever been to a draft, Jason?
Actually, no, because they were always in New York for the longest time, and they don't move around now. Well, they
And
move around now.
your wagon didn't make it over there. I gotcha.
Roasted.
Correct.
Remember hearing that story on the History Channel. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Had to replace a couple donkeys on the way. You know, just
Damn!
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
No, but I figure by the time it gets around to here, we'll have like 1 million followers, and then we can just have the show at the draft, and we can just do it live.
Yeah, I agree.
Craig has no spirit. Look at him.
We got like 40.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Okay.
We have a 42.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't checked recently. Maybe it's 42.
We've bumped up over the weekend. We got an extra follower. I'm not sure who was crazy enough to follow.
We're
us,
just
but-
gonna have to start shouting out our followers every time we get a new follow. Look, that's all you have to do now is just to follow us, and we'll
Follow
shout
us
you
and you
out.
get a
We'll
shout out.
shout you out on the air.
It's like
The bribery.
it's like
Where's he going?
Pick in yet?
not yet. Still a little bit of time. It's currently on a commercial break, so it's on number 5 still with the Bengals.
The show pizza that we just ate.
All right, I sent you. I
We
sent you
had
the.
Domino's, sir, but all right,
Domino's pizza.
I sent you the
Same.
back logo thing.
gotcha. Thank you.
Should have one of these fine. Just waiting.
Pretty much.
Waiting and waiting and waiting. Oh.
Come on, NFL, we got shit to do today.
Yeah, I mean, we only have like a whole show.
The
that we
nerve.
have unscripted to get to, but I mean,
After this pick, you guys will talk about something else, or what do you want to do?
I don't know. Is
Just
there
mix
anything?
it in and then.
Yeah, we can just start mixing everything in.
No, in a blender.
How did everyone's bets go
In
last
the
week?
blender. In the
Oh,
blender.
fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah,
last week.
terrific.
What do you mean, like all sports here?
I cannot believe I went 0 for 3 in NBA my NBA bets,
You
and then
can't
went
believe it,
3,
but we all
and then I
believe it.
went.
Like,
But no, but this is the point. I went 3-0 in my NHL.
a
I did not
blind
expect
squirrel
that to
finds a
happen.
nut eventually.
Yes, he
Damn.
does.
Damn. Well,
4, 6.
I mean, I could tell you. Let's see. On my Wednesday, so this was last Wednesday, right? So I don't remember what we covered. I think we got all of them. Yeah, because no, we covered all of mine. I went 3-2 last week. I hit the Giants over 3.5 runs. I didn't get right that the Twins and A's would have a run in the first inning because Josh Johnson went yard. We got the total runs right, that it was going to be an odd number. There was 25 runs in that game, so that worked in our favor. I did get right that the Padres would score first against the Brewers, but that was also the series against the Brewers. The Padres looked awful, and I also took them to win, which they did not win that game. The Brewers pitching looked pretty dang good in that series. So yeah, I was 3-2, but I bumped my record to 10-5 overall. But yeah,
Fancy.
so far today, I'm about 500. So
Oh, Bengals have their selection in.
here we go.
The Cincinnati Bengals select Jamar Chase.
Wow, receiver.
Wow.
Wow, that is.
Whoa.
Well, that's his teammate at LSU, Joe Burrow's teammate. So they're just going to hook right up again.
Mhm.
Oh, they're gonna be partying so hard.
How did nobody see that coming?
Wrist.
Oh,
Yeah,
I,
that was the wrong button.
Hello.
That was also the wrong button. Okay, actually, that
Hello?
works. That works. How do we not see that coming?
I was stuck between Penei Sewell and Jamar Chase. I just thought Penei Sewell was the better fit, but
The question is, did Joe Burrow have a say on that pick?
I don't
You
know.
would think
Ask Aaron Rodgers if he had a say in the pick last year. How'd that turn out?
Wow.
Meaning you should probably talk to your star players a little bit about
Daddy, chill.
where you might be going.
Who do you think is
All right.
worth drafting to play with you?
Or,
yeah.
or
So Jamar Chase off the board. Miami's next. I feel like Miami They have such a solid defense that they're gonna either go offensive line or they're gonna go wide receiver. So
I
either
think they go receiver.
Panay Sewell, Waddle, or Devontae Smith.
I think they're going. I'll go Devontae Smith.
I'm gonna go Fields.
They just have Tua.
Get out.
I mean, if they're not sold on Tua, they
Run
could.
that guy.
No. If
I'm not
anything,
sold
they'd
on
go
Tua.
like,
I'm not sold on
I'm
him.
not. I'm not a fan of
No.
Tua.
no, but you gotta give him a full year. The worst thing they did last year is they brought him in too early.
Oh yeah,
I
they
never
brought him way too
understood that.
early.
Never understood that play.
Fitzmagic would have
You-
probably Fitzmagic probably got him to play that.
Fitzmagic was on his magic side of his season, and
No,
you
you're right.
bench him while he's on a win streak. Like,
Yeah,
That's
that never
terrible.
made sense. That never made sense to me.
so, sorry.
Are we boring you, John?
Over. Screw you too. Over under
The
Five and a-
the Cowboys weren't drafting yet. Why is he yawning?
over under 5.5 quarterbacks taken in the first round.
Over.
You should go 5 or going
Five and a
first.
half. There's only been
There's
pretty much
there's five.
five
There's
are
all
getting
those.
drafted.
There's 5 that were projected in the top 10. So I'm saying, will another one after the top 10? Obviously, Mac Jones looks like he's going to start falling.
I couldn't tell you who the next
I'm gonna
quarterback
say-
in line is going to be.
I'm gonna say under.
Under.
Yeah, probably.
So after Mac Jones on the big board, I believe it's Kyle Trask, and it's a pretty good fall.
The mighty fall.
I think at least 6 quarterbacks will go in the first round.
Really?
I firmly believe that.
Where are you getting your inside sources on that one?
I can't really tell. They were very big about not being public about it,
Right.
and will be definitely used in the future. But I'm gonna stick with mine, and I think at least 6 will go in the first round.
So-
That may be, but wait until there's 6, buddy.
So on the big board, after Fields and Mac Jones, it's Davis Mills out of Stanford and Kyle Trask out of Florida. I've never heard of Davis Mills, so I've heard of Kyle Trask. So
Yeah.
I can possibly see a team at the end of the first round doing like
Oh,
a
side
Lamar
note here.
Jackson kind of thing.
Side note here. Did you guys hear the news regarding Tim Tebow today?
I did.
Oh yeah,
He basically, I mean, I don't know the story 100% correctly, but did he approach the Jaguars
I thought he
About-
tried out for the Jaguars.
trying to be a tight end?
hmm
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, the funniest part about it was back when he was in the NFL, teams wanted to take him, like you'll sign him, but like, can we sign you as a tight end?
Yeah.
And he refused to play as a tight end.
Also,
Like he's got the body to play tight end. It's like
interesting,
dude, I wouldn't do that.
another interesting fact regarding Trevor Lawrence here, really quickly. I see I'll tweet that. So really, unless the Jaguars are going to go 17-0 this season, Trevor Lawrence is going to lose his first regular season game of his entire life because he never lost one time in his 4 years of high school or during the 3 years that he played at Clemson.
Damn.
Really? No. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
They only lost bowl games.
Shout out James Palmer. That's the source of that tweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the A's win streak's over. So that's a little disappointing.
Oh, is that where you're transitioning?
You gotta
That's
follow
my
John
way
a
to
little
get.
bit. You just go.
That's my way from keeping you to do the cricket sound again. I can do
Oh.
that.
I mean, I can still hit it, but
Oh, pick is in for the Dolphins.
Nope. So we got it.
Do you think Fitzgerald's gonna go somewhere? Do you think?
Who?
Fitzpatrick?
Fitzmagic?
Fitzmagic. Like, do you think he's gonna go somewhere?
Didn't
Well,
he
he already
sign with
did.
someone?
He's with Washington now. He signed with the Washington
Yeah.
football team.
Good for you.
Whatever. Glad you guys pay attention. Jeez, tryhards.
Oh my God!
Oh my.
Taking our time.
He's taking his time. Have a chat longer, why don't you? I mean, we just went on the pick.
I think it's gonna be wide receiver or offensive line.
I think it's a quarterback.
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Jalen Waddle.
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver, Waddle. So
That guy has the same hair as the last dude.
Waddle.
It's kind of crazy that Devontae Smith, you know, at the end of the college season, Fields was projected to go second after Lawrence, and Waddle was projected to be the top. Not Waddle. Devontae Smith was projected to be the top wide receiver, and then look at all the stuff that's changed ever since then. It's kind of crazy.
Who's on the clock now?
We got the
think it's
Lions.
The Lions.
Make a trade.
We can skip this
Panay Sewell.
My team sucks.
Be right back.
Oh, I guess
Panay
intermission
Sewell.
break. I'm gonna get a drink then.
Give me one too.
He looks like
Already got me one.
I'm not sure.
Jason, you off life support now?
I am. I'm good.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, if Detroit is smart here, I think they would trade back and get some more assets. But
Actually, no. You stay where you're at right now, and you take Panay Sewell. Panay
Wasn't-
Sewell is
No intermission for your ears, but at least it was somewhat of an intermission for your eyes. So,
whatever you say, buddy.
all right, that's cool.
This guy eating pizza.
First time ever having food on the program.
yeah. What a loser!
It's his pick. He's nervous, so he's a nervous eater.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
so nervous.
You kidding me?
He's so nervous.
He doesn't even know who anyone else is on the Lions.
I don't even know who you are.
He's like, is Calvin Johnson still on the Lions?
I don't think
He doesn't
knows
even know
who
Calvin
He
Johnson
doesn't even know
is.
Calvin Johnson is, dude.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, who's that? Corey Perry?
That's kind of a low blow.
He's like, the only thing I know in Detroit is where we
But it was a low blow. But I'll tell you this much: we'll accept it.
Oh wow. Pick's already in for the Lions.
Wow. Did they run it
They
in?
wasted no time.
Did they run it in? Ran in from
Who
the
they
front.
taking, Benny?
I'm gonna have to stick with my guns. I'm gonna say that they're gonna take a quarterback.
Your boy's the quarterback.
Take a quarterback.
I say he's an idiot.
No, they'll probably take a tight end.
Who?
Oh,
Run that guy.
Oh.
What did he say?
A tight end.
who's on the clock after the Lions? Who's starting after the Lions?
The
Carolina Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Panthers. Hopefully, I think that might be the first trade, but we'll see.
No, you're wrong.
I've been wrong. This has not been a good. I was a lot better last year in my top 10. I think last year I only got 2 incorrect in the top 10. I had the Giants was wrong and the Jaguars was wrong.
If you're not surprised, but
Yeah, they're saying there's an outside chance that Mac Jones can be in the green room all night. Like, may not get drafted in the first round.
Whoa.
Yep.
This is totally just like draft day. Like, a star quarterback.
yeah,
It's
we're
just-
about it. We're about a Kevin Costner short. That being a thing, and
Trey Lance, no matter what.
yeah, solid movie.
Yeah, very
No,
solid.
I feel like it should have been back to Mac Jones no matter what. No matter what people say.
I saw a posted today that said Mac Jones, no matter what. It was scribbled out, and then it said Aaron Rodgers. What?
Mac Jones.
Who?
Jones, he's looking like a little sad dog right now. Like,
Mhm. He looks baked.
he does. He does.
He's like totally just sitting there looking squinted.
Hey, NFL players could smoke weed in the off season now.
Oh, really?
He's not an NFL player yet.
He doesn't care. He will be after. Actually, he might not be after tonight. We never know.
Oh my god.
Like seriously, the pick has been in for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, they always milk
Yeah.
the crap out of this.
No, but the pick has been in. This is the longest it's taken for them to actually get to the stage,
You would think they'd be wheeling me out or something.
right?
Oh my, they're really happy. Detroit Lions are really happy. Man.
Yeah, the Lions seem really happy. So
So
they're like literally like jumping up and down and hugging each other, knocking over chairs in their room. Like, not even kidding.
So this is their playoffs. So what do you expect?
True.
Damn.
What if Ben is right and they do take Justin Fields or somebody just to trade Jared Goff?
Well, it's a good thing he hasn't got his Lions yet.
Yeah.
You really think they can move him with that contract? Get moved again?
If they
everybody's movable.
Yeah.
Except for Martin Jones.
Yeah.
Except for Martin Jones.
Sadly, that deserves that.
I mean, you can move Martin Jones, but if you're going to pay like $5 million of his contract, sure, you can move him.
Well, the way. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Oh,
A Sewell?
yep. Panay Sewell, offensive tackle.
He's a beast.
Easily the best offensive tackle in the whole draft. Thought the Bengals would grab him, but he fell to the Lions.
Gave Joey Burrow.
I got
his wide
Pizza
receiver
Hut
back to him.
boxes in the room where the guy got drafted. It's like a big Hawaiian celebration.
Whoa, what is he?
Whoa. they
Ameri-
got
he's Ameri-
Jason up there dancing. Not
America
even kidding.
Samoa.
Okay.
So what are we on? Pick number 9 now?
8.
Yep. No, 8. Carolina.
On 8. No drama.
So Panthers, Broncos, and then the Cowboys. I think after the Cowboys, we can really just kind of stray away from the draft. We've seen kind of some big names get pulled.
Yeah, I think once we get past pick 10, assuming there isn't like some crazy trade where something immediately is going to happen, I think we can start getting into some stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean.
I know what you mean.
Nah, saying.
Just waiting for the first trade. When is that going to be? What the hell's this been?
What are you doing?
This is what we looked at. This guy was dancing on the stage, just a heads up. It was very interesting.
Okay.
Yep.
Jason, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, that was the best Lions fan they could find in the crowd.
That's
Oh
sad.
boy. So now that the draft has really been getting going, and the first 7 picks have happened, they're pretty obvious to say the least.
I wouldn't say obvious. I mean, if it was obvious, Jason wouldn't be over there having a heart attack at 3.
Yeah, well, you got to blame his pacemaker. Just let's go easy on him. But
It's been pretty interesting. I mean, obviously the first 2 and then number 4 were obvious, but I wasn't sure of the last 3 picks where who was going to go where.
well, what about now with him possibly being rumored? Which one was it? Mac? Is it Mac that may not get drafted now?
Yeah.
I don't know who Mac's going to go. I think let's see, at 15, I think at 15 is the Patriots. Yeah. Let's see. Carolina, no. Denver, no. Dallas, no. Giants, Eagles, Chargers, Vikings.
Yeah, I mean they do need a quarterback.
Yeah,
Oh my.
they do need a quarterback.
Give me a break.
Okay, so then we
Y'all
got
don't realize if Aaron Rodgers gets straight out
You
of the
like
division,
that?
the Vikings are gonna win that division. Guess what? What do you say, Kirk? I do like that because the Vikings win the division if Aaron Rodgers gets dumped
Who?
out.
Andy Dalton.
Let's
Andy
not
Dalton and
count
the
our
Bears?
chickens before. Don't count our chickens before they hatch. Huh? All right. Let's be
Take a
careful
little
over
time
there.
to get that out there.
Aaron
Who's gonna fight them for it? Who's gonna fight them? Not the
Andy
Lions.
Dalton and the
I
Bears.
tell you that the Lions aren't gonna do it. Definitely not the Bears either. So
Andy Dalton. Andy.
Craig may be right, unfortunately.
yeah, that's what I'm talking
Okay.
about. And you know what? I deserve
Well,
one of those. So.
This is interesting because I mean we got Carolina, Denver, Dallas, Giants, Eagles, Chargers, Vikings, got the Patriots. I don't know if any quarterbacks after Carolina and Denver, I don't know if any quarterbacks going to get taken. There could be a couple of trades in that area if anyone wants to trade up for those two. But yeah, I think the Patriots will take Fields or Mac Jones.
I would lean
Then we got
Fields,
the
I think.
and then we got the Cardinals. No, Raiders possibly. I mean, if Fields is there at 6'17", why not take him and put him behind Derek Carr for a couple years?
Because that
And then we got
So
Dolphins.
this is how you fumble the football when you rush it into the end zone. That's what he would teach.
And then we got Dolphins, and then football team at 19. So I feel like Mac Jones and Fields can't go any farther than 19.
That's a fair assessment. I like your.
How about no?
don't look at me. That's the board guy.
I know where you live.
Ooh.
Your dad ain't gonna protect you from me, boy.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah, it could be Fields. It could be Fields at Carolina.
Dalton's like, please no, please no, please no. I just got here.
I know Sam Darnold. I mean, seriously.
Well, from what everyone's saying, is next year's quarterback draft is really bad.
Yeah,
There's like
I
two possible picks, and but same time, at no point in the 2019 season did anyone expect Joe Burrow to go first overall. So there could always be another Joe Burrow next year.
Yep. You never know.
I could try for the NFL pretty soon.
Oh boy.
Hot take. Way too early. Hot take.
You mean
2022.
the SNFL, right?
Let's just go ahead and go with a 2022 hot take right here. First team on the clock of the 2022 NFL draft will be. Any shots?
Hold on. After this.
Yeah, please.
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select J.C. Horn.
There we go. First corner off the forward. So they went Horn instead of Surtain. Wow, that's interesting.
So do you
Okay.
think the Cowboys will take the other corner then? If he's there?
I think
by the time?
well, I don't see any other possible besides trading back.
Well, if you can't see, put your glasses on.
Damn!
Jeez.
Dear they love us, we gathered here today to rest Mr. Cohooney Tunes from such an utter disgraceful comment.
All right, back to Craig's question.
Hot take of who?
Hot take.
Way too early prediction of who's going to be drafting number 1 next year.
Number 1 next year.
That's
Washington
Jason.
football team.
Dang, you're going to go all the way from a team that was in the playoffs last year to just nothing?
I'm gonna say
Oh boy.
the Raiders.
You know what?
It's not even close.
I'm gonna say the Detroit Lions.
I'd probably go with Jay. I think the Lions.
No, yeah, a little biasness. Okay, I like you guys. Cool. Appreciate
No,
it.
it's just because, dude, the Lions are
They don't.
arguably like the worst franchise in the NFL.
So
Things
if
could
the
happen.
if the Denver Broncos do not take a quarterback here, instead they take a corner like they take Surtain, I don't see anyone on the draft. And sort of God, Ben, don't do it again. I feel like the Cowboys need to trade back because they would just be reaching for someone. They're not going to take Devontae Smith. They don't need another wide receiver.
Sure, they do.
And I mean, you're looking at it, and all there is offensive linemen. There's the offensive lineman out of offensive tackle out of Northwestern, and then there's two. Then there's the guard out of USC. And I don't feel like either of those two are a top 10 pick. I feel like
Slater's pretty good. He's pretty. He can move.
Yeah.
He's pretty. Yeah, I was gonna say him.
He has a pretty face.
My man.
All right, what's Denver gonna do?
I don't know. I feel like
really think they're gonna get a quarterback. Like I really think they're gonna get one. They're gonna surprise you guys.
Name not Aaron
That's not a
Rodgers.
surprise.
Because anything I say, you guys are gonna go against. So I'm gonna surprise you.
Well, I mean, I did say that they're going to take Trey Lance. So I did earlier say it was going to be a quarterback. So you're just copying me.
And it's gone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's gonna be interesting though with the Broncos and.
Well, it's funny. So the Cowboys, Eagles, and Giants, all three teams need a corner, and one of the top two corners is off the board already. Now, is Surtain going to go back? Is it going to be back to back? Is Surtain's going to go to the Broncos, or will the Cowboys go for Surtain?
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking when they picked that first one just now. I was wondering if the Broncos would maybe go back to back like that, and then kind of in a way shit on your parade there.
Mm-hmm.
I just read that John Lynch inquired about Aaron Rodgers and was quickly said no. So
yeah, there was rumors about it. Talks about it.
Mm-hmm.
who are they going to take? They have two receivers already.
Bless you.
No, I mean they could take Devontae Smith considering. I mean, is KJ Hamler really a future?
Yeah.
Who was the one that got? Who was the number one that got hurt beginning of the year?
Judy?
No, not Judy.
Sutherland?
They did. Yeah, is it Cortland Sutton?
I think they are.
Cortland Sutton?
Broncos still milking it. They could be
I don't think it was
trade.
Sutton. Judy. I'm really shocked about that because I really liked Judy last year. I thought Judy was the top wide receiver of that class last year, and it's quickly showing to be Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, that was a steal for the Vikings.
Yeah. JJ, CD, and then 15 feet of crap.
Yeah.
and then
us.
there was Henry Ruggs.
Yeah. Picking between who is more disappointing, Ruggs or Judy, it's pretty tough. I would have to go with Judy just because like everyone expected him to be like the number one, and he was just even in Mile High he was not able to do anything. And at least Ruggs, he was quick and fast, like everyone thought he would be.
I mean, he wasn't like terrible. It just I don't think he made like that huge of an impact.
No, he's just really fast, and that's it. He's another Tyreek Hill, he's just not as good as Tyreek Hill. Maybe in a year or two.
That boy fast.
When he develops a little more.
He like so fast. He make other guys who are fast. I look that fast.
I want to see a race between Tyreek Hill and Henry Ruggs.
I want to see this pick come in.
I want to see a race between.
Yeah,
Tyreek Hill.
33 seconds left. Ooh, he's looking a little.
Mac Jones looking a little Aaron Rodgers-ish.
Yeah, a little flustered right now. He's looking a little worried.
Well, yeah, because Fields is better than him, and if Fields hasn't gone yet, he isn't going to go yet.
Have they shown Fields?
Wait.
They just did like 2 seconds ago.
Oh, it was the guy. Okay.
Did they just say someone else is on the clock now?
No. The Broncos pick is finally in. They really milked it all, though.
Micah Parsons. Are they going to take him? Forgot about Parsons. Yeah, Sutton. That's who I was thinking. You're right. Yeah, because he was supposed to be projected to be number 1, and he tore his ACL, I believe, early on.
Yeah.
I could see them taking Micah Parsons. I had the Lions taking him.
Why isn't a team like Chicago trying to trade up and get Justin Fields?
Maybe they really like Andy Dalton.
Remember the last time they traded up to get a quarterback.
How'd that go?
How did that go?
Oh, it's that Russian name, right, guy?
Cue the dumpster fire.
Really, Ben? Mitch Trubisky sounds Russian.
Trubisky.
That sounds kind of Russian, right?
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
With the 9th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Pat Surtain Jr.
Cornerback.
And
Oh,
there's
Johnny.
the guy.
There's Johnny.
Oh.
All right. God damn. All right, Cowboys. Cowboys better trade back. Oh.
Can't do it.
Yeah. Have the Bears trade up for Dallas.
Look at the face of Cohooney Tunes. He looks disappointed.
New England needs a quarterback. Washington needs a quarterback. Chicago needs a quarterback. That's really it.
He looks so sad. Like
Do
a
you have a sad song?
lioness.
Do you have a sad song?
Like a lioness dragging a gazelle through the Sahara Desert.
Finish him.
All right. Well, let's see.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
If the Cowboys decide not to trade back, I mean they have Leighton Vander Esch and they have Jalen Smith, so they're already set at linebacker. But I guess it doesn't hurt to get Micah Parsons. But this stinks.
You want to talk about controversy? This is a
very good moment. Shut up, Ben. I think they're gonna take a quarterback.
How the tables have turned. Look at John.
And that is why I'm not a scout for the NFL.
I mean, they could take Trayvon. I can't pronounce the last name.
Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon Morig out of no, they took Trayvon Diggs last year.
Yeah, whatever.
Trayvon Morig, he's the top rated safety at a TCU, but it just feels like a reach. I feel like they could trade back and get him. Like, is there no one out there who needs a wide receiver and wants to trade up for Devonta Smith?
Good question.
Yeah.
Nice.
Here's a thought. How about Green Bay trade up and get Aaron Rodgers a receiver? Another one.
I think that ship might have sailed.
I mean,
yeah, it's halfway across the Atlantic right now.
If they're trying to win him back over, I mean,
Probably not.
I don't know, man.
That's quick.
It is pretty cool.
Ba-da-dum-bum-bum.
I always wondered how they made him so quickly.
Yeah, that was really quick. John, are you okay?
He
Yeah,
really
I'm probably
he really wanted
I'm-
Surtain.
I'm probably how you would have been if Mac Jones got taken from the Niners, but not as bad. Obviously, you'd be worse because that's the end.
I wouldn't be here right now, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody that bet that he would have walked off the set probably would have collected big.
Go to the pay window, cash your ticket.
I can't wait. I can't wait to
Yes,
watch
shit
this back tomorrow. Just look at me in misery.
And you can put it on the board.
Come on, guys. Come on, NFL GMs. There's no one out there who wants a wide receiver. Freaking Devontae Smith is right there.
New England needs a wide receiver.
They just showed like a random clip, and it was Kirk Cousins throwing an interception.
You like that?
You like that? Messed up.
Yep.
Trade.
Cowboys traded. Eagles are on the clock.
Eagles gonna take Devontae Smith.
Wow.
Hey, we got one.
Really? The
So 12-10 now. So the Eagles are on the clock.
Who's it gonna be?
So are they committed to Jalen Hurts? Are they going to bring in somebody like Devontae Smith to help him out? Bring in some competition, one that he's familiar with.
Watch him take Michael Parsons.
Okay,
I'm trying to think. Who do the Eagles think the Giants are going to take that the Eagles want?
A receiver,
Devontae Smith.
Probably.
That's the only thing I could think of. Let me know what the Cowboys get for that.
No,
I'm guessing. Huh?
No, we won't. We're not going to tell
You
you.
won't know yet? Hasn't told?
No, even when we find out, we're not going to tell you.
Okay. Why don't you get closer then? I can barely see you. I'm think,
Nothing yet.
what did they get?
Oh, you got a third round pick for it.
So it's a first round flip flop and then the third round
You got a
this
third
year
round.
or next year.
It didn't say what year.
Okay.
It just says
It's
and
just
third round pick.
a first and a third. Okay.
Yep.
Pick swap and third.
Oh no. So they're going to get number 84 this year. So this year's third round.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
The fact that you have to say that it's not that bad,
Oh, trust me, I know.
mean that it's that.
Funny. This guy what in my chat, what he's an Eagles fan and he wants Devontae Smith and he's like, nobody say what the pick is until I comment what the pick is. This will determine how much drinking I do tonight. So it's Eagles want Devontae Smith, so we'll see.
Yeah, they just showed him on the screen, so it's kind of like maybe that's their
Is
educated
his
guess.
phone ringing or no?
No.
No. Oof. Watch him take Justin Fields.
What?
I mean, no, there's no way they do
What's
that.
the content in that alcohol that you are drinking, sir? You crazy?
I know.
Probably-
I was just being Ben.
Probably 5%.
Get in your lane.
Dude, probably less than 1%. Because why would the Eagles trade with the Cowboys to get Fields, knowing well that the Cowboys and Giants both aren't going to take Fields.
I think he was talking about the alcohol content.
Oh, okay.
I can't read it right now.
4%.
4%.
So, yeah. So less than that
Oh.
White Claw he's drinking.
Ah, interesting.
Heck is in.
I've also got some White Claws in the fridge. They're 8%. So
Wow.
the White Claw surges. Maybe I'll bring that to the theater tomorrow if we go to the theater and see the movie. Maybe.
Sneaking out in alcohol, huh? You trying to get us kicked out?
Okay, first of all, people do that shit all the time.
What is even good right now to go watch?
Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
Honestly, I'm just about going for the popcorn at this point. When me and John went to that movie, we both got like the big bucket. And dude, I don't know if John did. I ate the whole thing of mine. I ate the
There's
whole
no surprise from
I
you
ate the
though. Like you
whole thing.
always eat like the
Oh,
bucket.
yeah?
You
Oh, yeah?
always eat it. Like
No,
you
I don't.
down it.
No.
They didn't because of COVID. Because of COVID, they didn't have the whole like do your own butter thing. So like at one point I got to it and it was like literally just regular popcorn, not
Yeah, that's
buttered or
gross.
salted. So I
And
was
then
like, I
that's
can't
when-
eat it. I can't eat it anymore.
That's when John was really upset and he pulled out his 4 hot dogs and just ate those out of misery.
No, I
That's funny. You only
I
think you
ate,
had 4.
I ate my hot dogs before my popcorn.
Oh.
Yeah, he breathed.
Hey,
and it
after
was
this
gone.
pick, are we going to segue to somewhere else and then come back to the Cowboys pick?
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
That's fine.
This is definitely an interesting one that our viewers are gonna watch. It's like seeing us just reacting to this, and then they're like, "Wow,
I don't know about that, but okay, we can.
Well, I mean, we could
we're gonna
always
get like 4,000 views off of this."
There we go. Yep. No, my buddy's not going to be drinking too much of that.
All right, so top 10. We're through it.
Pretty good. I'll turn this down for now, and we'll roll with that. I'll keep a lookout on the Cowboys.
Yeah, we'll get to it. All right, boys. So what should we go into first? Do we want to get into?
Well, obviously, when the pick's about to be made, though, do turn it up so we can.
We'll switch.
do
Yeah,
one
we'll
by
stop. We'll stop to get to it. We'll be fine. So what do you want to do? You want to talk about baseball first? You want to talk about hockey?
Whatever you want,
basketball?
You're the captain. You
You're
lead
captain.
us
You
here.
Yeah, whatever you want.
All right. Well, I don't agree with that necessarily, but we'll just go into baseball. We'll
Look
talk
at
about.
me.
We'll get
He
right
is
into
the
baseball.
captain now.
We'll just go into baseball. So John did say it earlier, the winning streak is over. But overall, I think general consensus, still really happy to consider that the A's, they're in a position, they were 0-6, 1-7 at one point. They still have a chance to close out April with 17 wins. That's pretty darn good considering how they started. But I guess I just want to throw out to you guys, what is your general consensus right now? How are you guys feeling knowing that the A's are able to turn this around so quickly?
Yeah, very, 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 very happy with the starting pitching. And considering where I was when I was almost at the edge of the cliff, that is the biggest. That is the biggest turnaround since opening day. Is their starting pitching has finally came around. I still worry about that bullpen. I don't know how. I mean, they were able to keep the lead. They were able to keep the Rays in check today, but that bullpen is a little scary on me. And the offense is definitely slowed down since the win streak, but you can't expect them to go pull up, 7-8 runs every game. But yeah, the starting pitching is definitely the best part.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think Cole Irvin's earning his spot in the rotation to the point that, Fires is being pushed to the bullpen for a little bit just to see how he does in the long term. Fires said he wasn't thrilled with it, but he wants the team to win. So,
but on a side note about Mike Fires, he's actually starting tomorrow. They've already announced that Mike Fires is actually going to start tomorrow against the Orioles, and everyone.
I think
so. Essentially, and no one's losing their spot. Everyone's getting pushed back a day. So even though that was the original thought, Mike Fires is going to start tomorrow against John Means.
I think it's a 6-man rotation for the time being because they don't have when's the next day off?
May
Like,
10th,
not for
I want to
another
say.
2 weeks.
Maybe May
Yeah,
10th.
so it's almost another 2 weeks until the next day off. So I'm pretty sure they're doing 6-man rotation.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's potential. It's a potentially that's an idea. I think to go on to a little bit what John was saying too. The starting rotation has been really good for the most part. Sean Manaea has looked darn good. Chris Bassett, even today, Bassett kind of got into a
He
little.
still had 9 strikeouts.
He got into. He didn't have his best stuff, and I think he even said it too. He got in a little trouble early. I mean, mostly, he only gave like 4 hits, but it was the hit by pitches. He hit 3 dudes on the Rays, and that's kind of what got him into some trouble. I know Ramon made a pretty good catch in the second inning to really escape out of that threat that the Rays had going. So, I mean, Chris Bassett, he's really evolved into just a solid pitcher for the A's. And yeah, Cole Irvin, he's definitely earned his spot in the rotation where it wasn't easy. We saw it. It was not an easy decision to take him out of the rotation and just throw Mike Fiers into there. So, and then, Luzardo, he's been up and down. He had a decent start his last go. And then
Hey, got breaking news.
What's breaking news?
Breaking news. The Chicago Bears are trading up from number 20 to the Giants number 11 pick. Quarterback time.
Yep. Here goes Fields.
Well,
That's probably Fields.
That'll be number 4.
We will for sure pan over when the pick is in on that one. But I do want to say the one thing about the A's that is 100%, I wouldn't say 100%. I don't want to go too crazy on it, but it concerns me is that when this offense.
Holy smokes.
They got to, I'm sorry, real quick. They got to.
I just got it right here too.
This pick is
Oh,
in.
you got it there?
No.
What the trade was for them to get up there?
So the Giants,
what is it?
So the Giants return from Chicago for the number 11 pick. The Giants get the 20 pick this year. Next year's number 1, a 5 this year, and the 4 next year. Whew.
They're grabbing Justin Fields.
They're going Justin Fields.
They need a quarterback.
Yeah. That's a huge return though. Imagine if Chicago struggles even with Fields next year and the Giants get like a top 5 pick out of this. Like that's huge.
Yeah.
Suddenly Craig's Vikings pick may not be so we'll see.
Anyways.
So what do you guys think? You guys think Fields here and then 15 Mac Jones?
Maybe.
Okay.
Back up. What was Craig saying about the A's?
Back to MLB.
So I guess I try to get this in as best as I can before there's a pick, but I would say that my actual pick is concerned because the bullpen has actually been really good. If you look at the numbers, their bullpen has actually been really solid. Yasmir Petit, Jake Diekman, and Lou Trevino, they've actually been really solid. I mean, yeah, they're not going to be like perfect. Things are going to happen, but I mean, the bullpen was good today. It's been good in the series, and I think it was tough because in this series especially, you had 2 teams that were offensively cold, really, going this whole series. I mean, I couldn't tell you the exact number, but I know the total runs in this entire series was extremely low. There's just not a lot of runs scored. Both teams offensively are just not hot right now. They're both cold. But my concern is with the A's offense is, man, when their bats go cold, man, it is freezing cold. And it sucks. But man, the A's, they strike out so much. It's just so much. And yeah, I don't know. I know it's true, but I don't know. I think it worries me because I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I know. Yeah. I mean, as long as you get it done, you're going to strike out, but at the same time, it's like, I struggle to see this team going really far if they don't become a better contact team.
Pick is in.
Pick's in.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, geez. Okay, he's doing it. Sorry. He's got to read some giant thing.
That's fine. He'll make the pick at the end.
We're joining forces with the CDC Foundation as part of a draft-a-thon to meet the basic needs like nutrition, safety, and health.
Like he cares.
He's got like 8 cards.
Has been doing just that, leading the Greater Auburn Gresham Development Corporation in Chicago. His dream of creating a federally qualified health center to provide medical care.
Cleveland fans are booing.
Yeah.
Get on with the pick.
With support from the Chicago Bears, and it will open in 2022. Congratulations, Carlos, and please take it away with the Bear selection.
Oh, he's reading there's a guest.
He's getting booed.
Well, how exciting is this? With the 11th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the My Chicago Bears select Justin Fields.
Okay. As selected, as projected. I apologize. As selected, obviously. Okay, very interesting.
But yeah, I guess to pan back a little bit, maybe I'm a little crazy to say it, but man, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna go on a bold prediction. We're only, like 30 games into the season, but man, I really struggle to see the A's making it that far if they don't become a better contact hitting team.
I see on Twitter 152 tied. Here we come.
Yeah, that's just kind of like a trend I'm just gonna keep rolling with, I think, for a while. So no one asked you, Ben. No one asked you.
Chapman was struggling as well, and they gave him a day off, I think yesterday, and he came back today and hit the ball hard a couple times. So I think
he looked good yesterday also.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of time before he gets hot.
Yeah, he's clearly not a 150 hitter. He's better than that, but
he's probably like a 250, 260 hitter, but
yeah, maybe at best.
Maybe, but they're going to come around. But the A's have always been a big strikeout team. They swing for the fences and they're wait for long ball. And
yeah, and where has it gotten them? How far have they gotten with that?
It's kind of turned into the reverse Moneyball, where Moneyball, it was all about getting walks and getting on base, and now it's kind of getting to the point where it's like, get us a home run, get us a double, or strike out.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not, we don't get many singles, like just line shots and stuff that often anymore.
Yeah. But now the A's have a pretty big homestand. They got the Orioles coming in Friday through Sunday. And then they got the Blue Jays. Marcus Semien makes his anticipated return to the Coliseum. That's a Monday through Thursday series. And then the Rays are right back. What kind
of reception do you think Semien will get?
People will cheer for him.
There's not gonna be a lot of fans, but yeah, I cheer.
I don't think you guys left on bad terms.
He even straight up said he called the A's like before.
Make me a solid offer.
Yeah, like he kind of made it to seem like the A's were his number one choice, but at the same time, he wasn't gonna take anything less than what he thought he was worth. So
yeah. But do you think the A's will do some kind of like quick little video tribute for Semien?
Maybe not. I mean,
no,
I don't think they go that far.
I don't think he was that memorable to do a tribute.
He was there. Well, I mean, he was there for quite a long period, considering how long A's players usually are there.
No, yeah, but I don't think he did anything historic to really ask for that. So I think that he would just.
When's the last time an Oakland A's player finished third in the MVP voting?
Yeah, but third isn't first, so so he's gonna just get a standing ovation from his teammates and the fans, and he'll tip his cap off to him, and that's it. Like, I think it'll just be a simple little thank you both ways.
Yeah, I don't see the A's doing a video tribute. I mean, yeah, there will be definitely like a moment, but it's not going to be probably anything more than that. They didn't do anything for Josh Donaldson like that, and
I don't think they really have. Even when Giambi came back or whoever.
Yeah, it's not really their style. It's not really their style.
Do you think the A's will ever have like players like Miguel Tejada and Eric Chavez, who were there for like 10 plus years, ever again? Or I think it's always going to be 4 to 5 years of a person,
well,
and then
I think Tejada and Chavez were a little bit different though, because
there's also different ownership.
Xavi really played pretty much his entire like prime of his career at the A's, while Tejada still played some solid years with the Orioles after he left the A's. So a little bit of a different thing. And then there was an issue with Tejada playing with the with an age. It was younger than his actual age, and that's a whole nother discussion though for that. So
I think a lot of it has to depend with the new stadium too. If you're not going to build a stadium, it's going to be the same status quo until
absolutely.
they get.
Who wants to stay there and play in a giant cement box? That's
you mean
not fun.
sewage?
Even better.
Yeah.
So the
Any,
pick is in for the Cowboys, but it's still a little bit. It's still a little bit. They haven't
they're
come
not.
up
They're
to the
not.
stage
They're
yet.
not trading.
No, sir. Their pick is officially in. I saw
hoping they were
all
gonna
of their
go.
owners and scouts all excited. So while they were on the phone with somebody, but yeah, we'll have
Dave
just
Fury.
another minute, and then I'll turn it up. But I don't think that just basing off of what you guys are saying with that real quick, I don't think you guys will have any essentially like a seen as a franchise player playing for you guys unless you guys get a better stadium and better look. I think it's just no one wants to stay there in the long run. It's not worth it.
Well,
just great.
Wanting to stay there is a little different because Chappie's trip said that he wants to be a part of the future, but at the same time, Chappie's not gonna. He's already got Scott Boras as his agent. He's gonna get paid big money.
If anything, Chapman will just go across the bay to the Giants once Longoria is done. Because I know Chapman loves the area, so it's like he wants to stay in the area. So go across the bay where the Giant. Because Longoria, how many more years does Longoria have? I mean,
after the year he's been having this year.
Oh, they're reading off more stuff.
Yeah.
Calm down, Cahoon. Relax.
Your cornerbacks are gone. It can't get any worse.
Well, that's the point. I don't know who they're going to take. I feel like there's no one.
It's a 12th pick. Mac Jones still would have been there.
They take out of Florida. Bobby Boucher.
I feel like they're going to take Parsons, but they might also take the safety out of TCU.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Oh, she got a lot of boos on that one.
Yeah, she did. Parsons.
Okay.
Linebacker. Oh, oops.
Yep. Interesting.
Somebody, Sports Nation, quote tweeted the Chicago Bears post from March 24th of the picture of Andy Dalton in a Bears uniform saying QB1. and it's the famous, I can't remember her name from WandaVision, the Wink.
Oh, well, all right. Well, we're looking good, so we can keep it rolling.
It's a great time. Go ahead,
how
John.
about this? Andy Dalton chose Chicago, and Chicago chose Justin Fields. Andy Dalton stays. The Bears also have Nick Foles, who has $9 million guaranteed for this season. They have so much money just locked up in the three quarterbacks that they have now.
Jeez.
All right. Well, I think it's a great time to check in on our team from the South, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. So Ben, why don't you let us know about how that team's doing down there? Because I know it's not better than like the A's or anything, but how are they doing?
Well, after the win yesterday, they finally were able to get back above 500. So now they're sitting at 12-11. Rendon did come back and play pretty well. Got some RBIs. And Ohtani, though, is really the big talk lately. Just how all around that guy has been just unbelievable with his hitting. Just keeps going yard, making it look easy. Unfortunately, they went 1-3 in the series versus the Astros. Just got worked. It wasn't pretty in any form. And then they played immediately after against the Rangers and thankfully went 2-1 against them. So had a positive series win. They do battle the Mariners in Seattle tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. So we'll see how that goes. That should be a winning series, but this team is also relatively similar to the Angels in regards to the record. So it will be tough, but I think that I think they can take it. I think they can go 2-1, and if they can surprise me and go 3-0, I'd be very happy to see. But we'll wait and see what happens. But back to you guys. You guys all, as I was saying all of this, you all were looking down at your phone. So clearly you guys hate the Angels.
I was trying. No, I just you're weird.
Well, my wallet hates the Angels so far. My wallet really hates the Angels and Astros so far this year.
Pick better.
Dude, every time I take the Angels or the Astros on DraftKings, they suck.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things. It's just kind of like one of those weird things that, like, if it doesn't work out for a couple times, you should probably just stay away from them because it clearly just does not work. It's one of those things. I have that luck too with hockey.
Really quick, I do actually want to bring up one A's player who I don't think we're going to talk about him ever like a whole lot, but I mean, he's a very under the radar guy that has actually been, I think, ever since.
Swear to God, don't say Elvis Andrus.
No, Elvis Andrus.
Murphy.
Ever since we've gotten him, he's like I said, he's not going to be the big flash guy, but I think he's been relatively well for what you'd expect. It's actually Tony Kemp. The guy's been getting in the lineup lately against left-handed hitters because, you know, they got the injuries, they got Pinder out and all that stuff like that. And he made a nice play today defensively. Really, I mean, like I said, Tony Kemp's not going to be a guy who's going to come in there and hit home runs, do anything too crazy. But I really think since we picked him up last year, or maybe the year before, I can't remember. The COVID's got me all messed up on him.
We got him in the offseason last year.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, I think he's been a good fit for the A's. I have to say
he's a nice defensive glove and, you know, bottom of the lineup contact hitter that, you know, cheap player that the A's always go for.
Yeah. I like what he's been for the A's for sure. Yeah. At this point, so.
You'll never see him on a team like, you know, the Yankees or the Red Sox or the
Giants, nothing like that.
But you know, for the small market teams, you know, like I could see Tony Kemp playing on the Rays. I could see him playing on the Orioles, you know, stuff like that.
All right, well, let's move on to some bets. I believe it was just Jason and I that had some baseball bets today. So, Jason, how are you looking today?
Not too good.
Go figure.
Shocker. Yeah,
go figure.
I had the Yankees over Baltimore, and they lost in extra innings to Baltimore. That's a loss. I had Houston over Seattle, and Houston got shut out, so that's a loss. I had the under 8 runs in Oakland and Tampa Bay. I won that one. And Boston and Texas are still going on right now. I'm not sure what the score is of that game.
Probably best you don't look.
Let me check, actually. I'll check while you guys go read your scores.
Yeah. Okay, so look for so I had 5 today. I was heavily favored towards the A's, which was beneficial and also didn't work well. I really thought one of the first ones I had was I thought that the A's were going to be scoring first today. I liked their chances. They had Bassett on the mound. They're facing McClanahan, who very hard throwing left-handed pitcher. Unfortunately, they gave up a run in the bottom of the first, so that one failed. We also took that the A's were going to score over 3.5 runs. They only scored 3, which close. Tony Kemp to get thrown out at home in the second inning of the game. So, I mean, you know, if he scores there, it's a, you know, he might be talking differently. But the good thing is we did take the A's over the Rays. That worked out good in our favor, so that was a good one. So I felt good about that one. So I'm really glad that panned out. So outside of that, we had 2 separate games. We had the White Sox and Tigers are playing a doubleheader today. They're in the middle of game 2, but we took the White Sox over the Tigers in game 1. That worked out. That one hit there. And then we also took the Brewers. I thought that the White Sox pick was a little bit like, okay, good one. That's an easy one to take based on they had Rodon pitching, and Rodon's been excellent this year so far. So I thought I was like, okay, you know, let's go for something a little not so easy. So we decided we're going to play the Brewers against the Dodgers, not to win, but the run total for the Brewers is only 2.5 runs, which as I look at it, it's the top of the 8th right now. The Dodgers haven't scored yet, but the Brewers only have 2 runs. So it's a 2-0 lead for the Brewers. And because my thought process was they're facing Trevor Bauer, which Trevor Bauer has been good this year, but he's been susceptible to the long ball. He's giving up home runs. And what do you know? The 2 runs that the Brewers scored was a 2-run home run from Travis Shaw. So, so we're in top of the 8th right now in a 2-0 game. Hopefully the Brewers can scratch maybe one more run in the bottom half, get a little more insurance there.
But so we're looking at 2-2, possibly 3-2, or 2-3, depending on what happens in that game. So that's pretty much how we're looking on that end. So Ben, sorry, Jason, what was the score? That's the score of that game.
Tied at 1 in the 6th. So 2-2 or 1-3. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we covered some baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time we go cover some basketball. So let's
is the any picks in yet, Ben?
Nothing new.
No, Chargers still on the clock.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
But so yeah, John, Jason,
what do you got to report from the Warriors?
The Warriors are currently up by 2 in Minnesota right now, and after 3. They're going to definitely play in the playing game. I mean, they basically shit the bed the other night against Dallas in a game they needed to win, and they got blown out. And so, yeah, they'll get into the 8th seed, maybe the 7th, but they're definitely going to be in the playing tournament. And as long as Curry gets hot, you're going to have a chance. And honestly, I think I'd rather see the Warriors match up with Phoenix, even Utah, than LA Clippers. I think the Clippers are a bad matchup for them. But yeah, right now they're currently down by 2. They have at the Rockets, at the Pelicans on 2 games against the Pelicans in New Orleans, and then at home versus the Thunder. So very winnable games if they want to make a run for the 7th or 8th seed.
Yeah. I would really like them to get in the 7 or 8 because I don't know if you guys know how the play-in tournament works. The 7 and 8 so the 7 and 8 seed teams and will play each other. The winner of that is the 7. And now the loser of that plays the winner of the 9 and 10. So the 9 and 10, whoever wins, and then whoever wins that game is the 8. So as long as the Warriors can get the 7 or 8 seed, all they have to do is win 1 game, and they're the 7 seed. And if they lose that game somehow, they still have another game. While the 9 and 10 have to win 2 games to get in the playoffs.
Yep.
So, yeah, I would prefer them to get the 7 or 8. Oubre being questionable, the lingering injury just after coming back from his injury is a little scary, but at the same time they see the playing game in the future. They're being overly cautious. Kent Bazemore came back, first game back, had a huge game, so that was nice to see in Oubre's place. But yeah, the Warriors know where they're at. They know what they need to do. They have winnable games. I mean, they're playing Minnesota. You have to imagine they're going to beat Minnesota.
And then
that's the crazy part. Like, what is Curry? Is Curry struggling? I haven't looked at the game. But
he has 29 after 3. So
that's just crazy. Either Karl Anthony Towns is having a day, or Anthony Edwards, or for all you know, D'Angelo Russell could still hate the Warriors for what they did to him. Maybe he's going off. I don't know. They have the Wolves, right? They have the Wolves right now. Then like you said, they have the Rockets. Then they have 2 games against New Orleans. There's no reason they should not be on a win streak right now. And they lose both games to the Wizards. It's frustrating.
Even when they brought Kelly Oubre back, they moved him to the bench when it kind of a surprise. So I wonder if they're doing a feeler on him to see 1, if he likes it, and 2, how he's been performing. And he's been performing pretty well. So
yeah,
maybe they go to
he's been really good off the bench.
And if you start, sure, but as long as you're getting your minutes and you're producing, and they're still going to pay you your money, who cares if you started?
I prefer either Wiggins or Oubre off the bench.
Yeah,
because don't start the game with Curry and Draymond, because you're not going to be the focal point. Because Curry and Draymond, Curry plays the whole first quarter. Draymond plays the whole first 8 to 10 minutes.
Yep.
Then it's Wiggins and Oubre's turn. Well, if you don't have them start, then they come in at the 4-minute mark of the first quarter, and then they have the whole end of the first and most of the second to do a lot of work. There's no reason that all 4 of those should be starting at the same time.
Rashawn Slater was selected, a tackle for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
That's
For the
hey,
Chargers, huh?
got to protect Herbert.
Go Chargers, go! Pounds. 304 pounds.
All right.
There it is.
So do we
Dropped
stop
it.
talking? Do we stop talking for a quick sec since your boys' team's on the clock? Come on, Craig. Who are you taking?
Who, me?
Who are they taking?
Well, actually, I have a really hot take here.
Oh, for the love of
They are going to draft
Mac Jones?
Mac Jones.
someone who just played in college last year.
Oh, wow.
Get out. Just get out.
Bet it right now. Call whatever guy you need to call. Get the bet in.
Oh my God. Can this be like one of those movies where we get like the shopping boy, bag boy or whatever on the streets to get
Run that guy.
Too much.
Yeah, but that's
So so what'd you say? You said that
Well,
you
hold
said
on.
that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna go back to basketball talk real quick.
But
So if
you
you're-
said you want them to take the defense, right?
yeah, I'd like them to take someone defensively.
Okay. So there's there's an inside linebacker and then there's a safety in the top 5 best available. So maybe they'll get one of those two.
All right.
Nope. Jets are on the
Really?
clock now. They traded.
Oh, Vikings traded.
Oh, here we go.
Vikings traded with the Jets. Huh?
They must have got Zach Wilson.
Let me see what I got.
So it's gonna be Jets, Patriots, Cardinals, Raiders next. But yeah.
Ooh, Jets gonna get back to us.
Oh,
They might go get the offensive guard out of USC to protect Zach Wilson. Or there's
I want the Niners to trade back into the first round.
for who and where
Mid-20s, maybe.
for Mac Jones.
Oh, calm down. I like to see maybe Najee Harris.
Oh, okay. So you want to? I would trade back in at the end of the first then for Harris.
Maybe.
I'm trying to think like when is Harris going to go because he's not even the top like rated running back. Which is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
The running back out of Clemson is the top rated, at least best available.
Back to basketball really quick.
I'll say, oh, go ahead, Jay. Sorry.
The Warriors are down by 5 with 5 minutes left in Minnesota.
Okay. Speaking of 5, we can go to 5.5, which is one of the bets you had for your bets here. So, Jason, why don't you let us know how your bets for Thursday in the NBA have gone? Because I'm looking at them right now.
Okay. So in the NBA today, I had Minnesota plus 5.5 over the Warriors. Looks like a pretty safe bet right now.
Yep.
I had Milwaukee giving 11 over Houston, and that's a 1-point game right now. Shocker.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's not good. What else did I have here? I had the under in the Minnesota Warriors game at 235.5. That looks pretty solid, I think. Don't think they're gonna get there. And then I had Toronto and Denver over 223.5, and they're almost at halftime right now, and they are a little bit below the pace, so we might be good there too.
Not terrible.
Living on a prayer by all those bets. It sounds like.
Yeah. All right, let's go move to hockey a little bit too.
Look at these Sharks trying to win again.
Yeah, which, man, I will say if there's one bright side, look, they did it in front of fans. There's fans back, and fans are spending money to go see this team live, which, I mean, good for them. They saw some victories. So, but man, it's just like at this point, I mean, yeah, you want to play spoiler. I mean, personally, I think I'd rather see Arizona make that 4th spot over St. Louis, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what else you're going to gain from winning any games at this point. So I don't know. That's just me. But I don't know how you guys feel.
It's just kind of crazy to think that the Sharks had just, did their business against the Kings and the Ducks and not lost 8 straight.
Yep.
They'd be in the playoffs right now. That's how bad the Pacific's been this year. It's just it's so top heavy. It's the top 3 teams, 50 feet of crap, and then the Blues and the rest of everyone else. Like,
but I do believe you mean to say the Honda West division because it's no longer the Pacific right now with this year.
Cohoon just wants to like blow up right now.
No, this typical Sharks faction. Though, when we want them to win, they lose, and when we want them to lose, they win. What do you want?
Yeah.
Like,
But hey, shout out to Joseph Koshinash, which I just found out that's how his name is pronounced apparently, on his first NHL win. So good for him there.
There you go.
For sure. So, but yeah, I mean, both games were eerily similar. They got out to that big lead early, and then Arizona just started climbing back into that game, and somehow the Sharks were able to hold on and pull it off. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else for benefit. They got 4 games against the Avalanche coming up. I mean, God,
lose them all.
Jeez, yeah, maybe you just lose them all. And I think they have a couple games. I think they have games against Arizona after that. I think it's so they play 2 in Colorado. That's the last of their road schedule. They come home, play Colorado for 2. They got Arizona again for 2, and then they finish off with Vegas, which if they lose that game against Vegas, they will have lost all 8 games against Vegas this year, which that should be the measuring stick right there. If you want to know of how good this team is or how really, anything like that, just look how they play against Vegas. So, but I will say one note, I did see Kevin Kurz on Twitter, talking about how Kozhanov was in net last night. People were going back and forth saying, oh, this is his audition for the team, if he's going to be the starter next year. Kurz responded and said, if you've read anything that I've posted in my articles, the Sharks will go get a veteran established goaltender in the offseason, and you can take it to the bank.
You mean the bank?
Yeah, sure. Call whatever you want, just as long as they get somebody, because
somebody that they could go get that's maybe underrated is Matt Murray out of Ottawa. He's not doing too well over there. I think that if he
but how much of that is really dependent on the team in front of him?
I would say it's actually pretty evident that the team in front of him is not very defensive and very skilled.
Unfortunately, the Sharks aren't that great defensively either.
Yes, but they're better than the Ottawa Senators. So I think if you guys get Matt Murray, you guys would do all right. That's my guess. I think that would be actually a very good sleeper pick to kind of trade for. And maybe they're willing to take Martin Jones off your guys' hands even. You know what I mean? You gotta see
right,
all possible options.
So
that'd be like getting rid of Jared Goff. You're gonna have to still pay up all that money. Probably.
That's fine. Whatever. It's not my team.
Not your money.
Do we
No, you're right.
Ben, is there any veteran goalies that are on their last year of their contract that you know
of? There will be, but I can't recall which ones exactly. I want to say maybe Reimer, maybe it's like some oddball ones. Nothing right now is really sticking out. I think it was last year, a lot of goaltenders were on free agency, and that was the year to go after a goalie. And you guys did.
We went after Dubnyk,
and you got Dubnyk. But it's all good. Not all of them can be first round draft picks. But yeah, right now nothing is really sticking out where it's oh yeah, go get that goalie. You're gonna have to probably trade for contract.
Yeah.
And hope they produce.
And hope they produce. You're gonna, but with goaltending, when it comes to San Jose, that's what you do anyways. Right. So
damn. Who did the Jets take?
They took a guard.
Okay.
Probably
the one at USC. Probably the one at USC.
Okay.
All right, Ben. Well, we'll go through the Sharks. Why don't you let us know how the Ducks are going? I know
Ducks are doing pretty great in regards to the draft pick race. They went and lost to Vegas just like you guys, but they lost 5-1. They lost to LA a couple days later, 4-1. And yesterday they somehow came back from a 2-0 deficit to win 3-2. With Cam Fowler getting a late goal with a minute left or so in the third period. It was a pretty nice goal by him to snap I believe it was a 5-game losing streak or something like that. It was pretty bad. But in the span of that 5-game, I think it was a 5-game losing streak, and then they only had 5 goals for, 22 goals against. So needless to say, we are riding high
Not good.
on everything. And the best part is here's the icing on the cake of the season. They finally win yesterday, feel pretty good about themselves, and then mathematically get eliminated from playoff contention.
Gotta love it.
So it wasn't very pretty, but it is what it is. So I'm just excited for next season, and I'm just hoping that they can stay in the top 5 for a draft pick for this upcoming draft, and then go from there. But we shall wait and see what happens, because there's still plenty of time for them to screw that up. But
speaking of screwing things up, why don't you just into how your bets played out last weekend as well?
Well,
and also how you're planning to screw it up with some more picks this weekend.
Well, that's very nice of you. Obviously, he doesn't really remember how my picks went, because Friday I started off pretty strong, 0-3, and so Saturday I was figuring maybe I'd keep that up, but snuck it out and got 2-1, and Sunday followed along with 2-1. So 4-5 for the weekend wasn't too bad, given that the Friday was just atrocious. And then this week, Friday, I got Kings over Ducks, Sharks over the Avs, the Knights over the Yotes, and then Saturday, Bruins over the Sabres, Senators over the Habs, Islanders over the Rangers. Those should be some really good ones. And Sunday, there is only one game played, so I'm going to say Bolts over the Wings. I'm just going to take the heavy favorite on that one. And so we'll see if I can go solid 7-0 this time, huh? Let's see what happens. Back to you, Craig.
Wow.
Sharks over the Avalanche, huh?
And Mac Jones was selected by the New England Patriots.
Yep.
What?
15th overall.
Oh my god.
Wow. He dropped all the way to him. They didn't have to trade up.
Yep.
He's the perfect quarterback for what Bill Belichick wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
No surprise.
So how stoned did he look when he got drafted?
He looks, he looks pretty upset.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
think he was pretty upset. I think he was upset that he was drafted so low. So
well, yeah, the money in between pick 3 and pick 15 is pretty substantial.
Oh, I believe it. But
Right,
Craig,
so,
go ahead.
I'll say, so I think we got a little bit of hitter quitter coming, but I think before we jump into any of that, I do think we should probably touch on a little bit something that we did kind of tease. We didn't really tease necessarily last week. We did bring it up, was how our softball team did last night, making their first game back, and we determined like 400 and some teen days. But overall, I will say, shout out to Ben. He's won at bat. He did get walked, which was the equivalent of a double with the Hayward rules. So It's just unfortunate that we had second and third with nobody out, and then we didn't score any runs the rest of that inning.
Yep.
So, but yeah, it was a tough matchup. We went up against the Pitchmakers, which we've had some experience of playing in them, and they're a solid team all the way around. So it was tough, but it's also our first game in a long time. We're kind of notorious for coming out of the gates pretty slow offensively, and we got a run in the first inning. We were already down 4 though. So, but overall, I thought it was an overall well-played game. I think, yeah, there was definitely some rust factor, but I definitely don't think you can look at the game and say that, any defensive miscues, which I really don't think there was a whole lot anyways. I don't think we look at that game and like, well, if we just would have done that better defensively, it would have changed the game. We're going against a team against as skilled as we are. I mean, we were kind of in trouble right off the bat, but overall, not too bad. It was 16-1 final, but we'll hope things will get better. We'll hope for things to get better. So, but yeah, other than that, I just want to say I'm really happy that we finally got to go back out there again and just get going, and it'll be exciting because I feel like there's a good chance that we won't just get postponed after 1 week. I think we'll be back out there Wednesday. There's no rain in the forecast to worry about. So, but anything else you feel like adding in on that, Ben? Anything you want to maybe add?
No, I mean, I completely agree though. Our opening day, we do tend to be a little bit slower, a little sluggish. It's just all about us making sure that we get going before the season ends. That's all.
we'll get it figured out. The good thing is that we're guaranteed a playoff game. We're guaranteed one playoff game no matter what. So we have 8 games.
There we go. So everyone's happy.
to get it,
you pay to play, so you want to make sure you make it to playoffs. And what better way than everyone making it?
So yeah, super exciting for that. But yeah, okay. So right before we get to the closing, we got some
guys can hold on. You guys can make fun of me because I gotta go to the bathroom.
Here we go.
Yeah, after 2 hours of this.
I'll say he's an idiot.
Oh my gosh, his seltzer water went right through him.
Seltzer water. That's me.
Oh, oops. Oh man. Oh man. Jesus, John. He's probably like in there screaming right now, like freaking out about his pick. He's probably gonna go to bed with the photo of the two what were they? The two players that he wanted? What were they?
Certain
and Horn.
Yeah, he's gonna have them each up and just like crying tonight. You could have been a cowboy.
Like that Wolverine meme, right?
All right. He's
All
back.
right. Sorry.
He's back.
Sorry.
All right.
So let's hold on. Want to recap? Well, before the hitter quit it, let's do the Cohooney 5 real quick.
Oh, my bad. I am so sorry. Cohooney 5. Take it away, Cahoon.
Push.
All right, guys. Well, another winning week. So it's 4 straight winning weeks. Unfortunately, it wasn't a sweep. So I'm still looking for my first sweep. Yeah, two injury losses. That really unfortunate. But for this week's Saturday UFC card, my Cohooney 5, I'm going to be going with Dominic Reyes, Cub Swanson, Dustin Jacoby, Sean Strickland, and then, of course, there's always that one difficult name, Marab Devalish Valley.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to call you Greg because that name is just a nightmare.
I think you guys are going to laugh.
Nice horrible bosses drop there.
And then, hey, you guys got to talk about your softball. What do I get to talk about my bowling, or do we just moving on?
Let me ask the board guy what he thinks. Yeah, I guess he said no on that one.
Okay.
Did you bowl a 300?
No, I'm bowling lefty.
Okay, then we're good. We're moving on.
John, go ahead and say whatever you need to say. We'll be fair. We're a fair program, all right?
But there's a couple of laughs in there.
Just go ahead.
My first night bowling league in over 2 years, and I'm bowling lefty now. But can't bowl righty because of my shoulder issue. First game, I was on pace for like a 180 game. On a spare, I threw a gutter ball in the 10th frame. So
we did get that, so there's that benefit.
So I bowled 159, 194, and a 176. Came out to about a 177 average. Not bad for my first night bowling league after 2 years. And lefty as well.
Not bad. That's respectable.
Impressive.
Craig looks thrilled.
Can we officially move to the very famous segment known as Hit It or Quit It?
Oh boy.
All right. Does anybody have any questions? I have one for sure.
I have one.
That's good. I don't have any tonight. You guys go ahead.
I don't have any tonight either.
I have
one. You go first.
So you guys may know this, but on Sunday, the Braves and the Diamondbacks had a doubleheader, which this year, going from last year, is a 7-inning no-hitter. So the Braves were only able to mount one hit in both of those games, including second game where Madison Bumgarner was able to, quote unquote, and I say no hit, the Atlanta Braves in this game. And there has been a lot of discussion of whether or not this should count as a no-hitter, because as of this moment, it is not being credited a no-hitter. So I guess to formulate this question of if it's hit or quit it, Madison Bumgarner should be credited a no-hitter. Are you hitting it or are you quitting it?
I'll go first. I will hit this as a no-hitter. It's not Madison Bumgarner's fault that the Major League Baseball, which can't get out of its own way anyway, decided to do doubleheaders and make up 7 innings. In the rule book, they said it's a notable achievement or something like that. No, it's a no-hitter. It is what it is. You guys set the ground rules. He no-hit the team for 7 innings. It's a no-hitter in my book. I'm hitting it.
I'm gonna quit it. I think that it needs to be 9 innings. I understand the aspect of it, but at the same time, to me, in my eyes, I think that 7 innings is not too hard to see in the long run for a pitcher to achieve that anyways. I know it's not the easiest thing in the world, but 7 compared to 9, there is a difference there. If it's going to get broken, it tends to be in the 8th or 9th. So yeah, I'm going to say quitting it. I understand the baseball though, like MLB makes some really funky rules. So I definitely agree with you on that part, Jay. But in regards to the actual aspect of a true no-hitter, I'm going to have to say quitting it.
Yeah, I'm only going to be quitting it just because it was 7 innings, and like if you say, oh, if a pitcher pitches 7 innings and gets a no-hitter, where does that end? Like say someone is a 9-inning game and the guy pitches 7 innings and gets pulled, and the other,
exactly.
And also it feels, there's something that feels a lot better about it being 9 innings. It feels like it's a true game. Like these 7-inning games, it doesn't feel right. Like Sean Manaea, he pitched 7 innings and got a complete game out of that. Like that, it doesn't feel right as a complete game. Yet it goes down as a record, but it's a complete game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this was interesting for me, but I am also on the side of quitting it as well.
That's
right. And I mean, I
get the fuck out.
I think if there's a way that you can denote the fact that give him a credit for a no-hitter, but make sure it's known that it was a 7-inning game. Because Jason, you're right. It's not Madison Bumgarner's fault that MLB made these games 7 innings. But let me ask you this, Jason. You work a full-time job, right? You work 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week.
Right.
That's because that's what your job permits you, right? So you get benefits, aka you get credit with a no-hitter. Someone who works part-time, maybe because that's all their job offers, do they get the same benefits as you as being a full-time employee? Probably not, right? So, I mean, maybe that's not the greatest
apples and oranges, but
analogy.
But in my eyes, it's not the same thing. It's the same thing if it was a perfect game. There's something special about looking at a box score in a perfect game to look at that team's lineup and saying 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 3, all the way down 1 through 9. Perfect game of 7 innings, you're going to see 0 for 3, 0 for 3, and then 0 for 3, and then 0 for 2s. The last 6. It's not the same thing. And another thing to keep in mind too is Bumgarner's pitch count, I think, was pretty close to 100. So
he's a horse.
But the chances of him making it all 9 innings was probably not in his favor. So look, like I said, I'm for, if you want to give him a no-hitter, but as long as there's some notation that it was only a 7-inning game, I'm for it. But giving it the same credit as a 9-inning no-hitter just doesn't sit right with me. I know it's not his fault. Doesn't sit right with me. I am quitting it.
All right.
Okay.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
For my hit it or quit it, it's going to be about the draft that just happened or currently going on. But the Bears just traded up for Justin Fields. They just paid Andy Dalton and have Nick Foles. Hit it or quit it, Andy Dalton will start week 1 for the Chicago Bears, and Justin Fields will be his backup.
Jason, you want to start this one again?
It's such a tough question.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Here we go. This is what's going to happen. I will hit it with the notion that Aaron Rodgers is traded from Green Bay, because I don't think Chicago will have a reason to go for the NFC North title. I think it'll be well within their grasp to go and play the most talented guy. I think you got to play Justin Fields if he does well in training camp. You gotta play him. I think he.
Okay, so are you hitting it or quitting it?
So I'm gonna quit it. Yeah, I'm gonna
quit it. Okay.
Even similar with the Niners and Jimmy Garoppolo. If Trey Lance comes in, lights the world on fire in training camp, start the kid. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna quit it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say quitting it as well. I think that Fields will ride back up on this one, no matter what his status is through training camp and preseason. I think that he will be the backup for game one. Just give the veteran an opportunity to see what he can really do. Now, week 2 on, who knows? I don't know. But I definitely think for week 1, they'll ride the veteran, let the kid take the back seat and be like, hey, watch this. I want you to learn and go from there. And then watch this, and he throws the guy throws 3 interceptions, and then it's like, ah, crap. So yeah, just that's so I'm gonna say hitting it that Fields will be on the pine pony for that game.
So let's really quickly. So what was your exact statement, John? Who was starting? Who was the backup?
Hit it or quit it that Andy Dalton will start week 1, and okay, Nick Foles and Justin Fields will be the backups. In no particular order. Just
yeah, I guess I would say hitting it. I think Andy Dalton will probably be the starter week 1. If we're talking about week 1 in general, yeah, I'll say Andy Dalton's probably the starter week 1. Just like Ben said, it could change maybe by week 2. You never know how quickly you're gonna end, but yeah, no, I'd hit it. I'd say Andy Dalton starts. Fields and Foles are the backups. Yeah, I'm hitting it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hit it as well. I think the only question mark is the Bears did just give up a lot for Fields, but you have to think like he's their future. So, and they already have 3 quarterbacks now on roster. So go a season with Dalton and Foles battling for the job. That gives you 2 really smart veterans for Fields to learn behind. Go a season with those 2, and then next year go start with Fields.
And you create a lot of trading opportunity with that, having 2 veteran quarterbacks.
Yeah, I don't want a repeat of what happened with Haskins and happened with Tua. Let them sit 1 year. Look at Mahomes. Mahomes sat 1 season behind Alex Smith, and now he's the greatest quarterback in the league right now. Like, just let Fields sit, learn. Don't
I think
rush
Dak's
him
one
in.
of the best in the league. I think he should be MVP.
Don't ever say that again.
That's bait.
That's bait. All right. Is there any other questions, or just us 2, right?
Just those 2.
Just those 2.
All right. So
Just those 2 tonight, guys.
that wraps it up for Hit It or Quit It. So as we wrap up the show, we know how we like to close things out. We like to do our shout outs, which goes all over the place. So I'll just throw it out to you guys. Any shout outs that you guys have?
Jason?
Yeah, to Nathan, my son turned 12 today, so happy birthday to Nate.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. 1 year away from a teenager, so
Calling the strippers.
Bet you're also excited to have 2 teenagers.
Yep, 2 teenagers. So yeah, no, happy birthday to Nathan.
Especially when you're like, over like 80, 85 years old.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Anyways,
Nesquik powder.
I didn't mean
John?
I'm gonna shout out my friends Anthony and Christina. I went to Temecula this past weekend for their baby shower, and they're expecting the first child over in June. So just shout out to those 2. Take care. Enjoy parenthood.
Nice. I'll do a shout out just to all my friends and family that were able to make it out over this last weekend. It was a good time, a little wild. And so ultimately, though, it was really great to just get to gamble like crazy for 2 straight nights with Reese, and hope to do it again soon. Obviously won't turn 30 anytime soon again, but definitely looking forward to gambling again, and hopefully
13-1
win. Hopefully win. So that's my shout out.
I just love the little pause in the middle of that right there. Like, it was wild. And it was like, and moving on. Elsewhere.
We don't talk about that.
What happens in Grayton stays in Grayton.
Oh god. So my one shout out, I'm just gonna shout out the vaccine clinic run by Kaiser that I went to today. We said earlier on the show, I got my first COVID vaccine today. and was just impressed. I mean, I've heard all good things about depending where you're going, it's all run really smooth. And I didn't have one of those drive-in things where I just drive in and stay in my car. It was one of those things I actually had to walk in, but overall run really smooth, everything really quickly. I was in and out of there probably within 20 minutes. I go in, get the shot, had to sit down for about 15 minutes, in and out of there. Everyone I dealt with super friendly. So just shout out to all of them. I mean, I know that they're doing this thing every single day, getting as much people vaccinated as much as possible. And you can only imagine all the people that they're dealing with, all kinds of people. But yeah, shout out to them for sure. Run really smoothly. And yeah, going back in about a month to get my second one, and then give it 2 weeks.
Preparation H cream too, so that's good.
Fully vaccinated. Oh, okay.
And with that one, I don't even know what else to say. But that's the end of the show. And just
run that guy.
Get that guy off the program. But yeah, anything else you guys need to add?
Anything else?
You sure?
Jason, I know you're happy. You know Mac Jones to the Niners. He's a Patriot. You got Trey Lance. You got your quarterback of the future. At least you hope. And then John.
He's greedy. He wants them to trade back in.
Yep. We'll see. We got more to go. So other than that, Ben, anything else? Again, yeah. Back to your birthday thing. We all had a great time.
Yep.
Really happy we were all able to go out there, enjoy and celebrate with you. We really appreciate the invite and everything. So that's a great time.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining and listening in. Hope you enjoyed the NFL draft special we had. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for listening to us. Once again, we are sports, bets, but mostly chaos. Give us a follow on our YouTube podcast, which is at our title right there. You can just search that in. You'll find us right then and there. See all our videos. You got Jockberty. You got our episodes there. And also give us a follow on our socials. We are on Instagram and we are on Twitter. It is at SBBMC_pod. Give us a follow. Hit us up there. Leave us your comments. Leave us anything, whether it's the channel or on the socials. Good things will happen to you. Great things will happen. You will make it on our airwaves. I mean, I don't want to say like 100% guaranteed, but Jason, you know where it's going with this one. You're saying
99.9.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, we just round up a little bit, but yeah. On that though, once again, thank you all so much for listening. Really do appreciate it. And you'll see us again very, very soon. Peace out, everybody.